I've been trying to work with this technology for a minute now because it allows me to do Facebook and YouTube at the same time, so I don't have to go ahead and convert. But I tell you, it is always a hassle trying to get online in the morning. But I want to welcome you guys to the Inspiration in 30. My name is Gloria Ward, and I'm the founder of this amazing project, the I'm Loving Me Project. The I'm Loving Me Project, where we not only inspire you to love yourself, but we also encourage you to be that best version of yourself, to understand and know that your life is your own, and that in order for you to really decide what it is that you want in your life, hey, Khadijah, you have to be able to make a decision to take that step and be consistent with that decision no matter what, right? I um i had a great weekend. Actually, I was with my friends yesterday. We did a vision board just to, get ourselves ready for the year, like I told you guys, because it's winding down, right? It's October, November, December, and then we start a new year in January. So I'm always thinking, how do you go next level, right? How do you make things happen? What happens if you are in this in between stage, right? What happens when you are in a stage where you know you want it, but you're not sure how to get it? You trying your best to do what you can do, right? But you're still trying to figure out how you can make this whole thing happen because you're having more issues than success, right? You're probably having more problems you need to solve than things working out in your business. You probably got more priorities in your life versus trying to figure out how you're going to do what you want to do. And it gets rough, right? So in this in between stage, you trying to figure out how you bust out, really. How do you stop being complacent? How do you fly like this butterfly that you are? How do you maintain the things that you have now? And how do you make it all work without being hurt? And what I have to tell you is that all of that stuff is a fantasy, right? It's a fantasy. And let me tell you why. And I'm going to be very honest with you. When you are in the between stage in your life, I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. That feeling that you're and that pulling that you're feeling, that devil and that angel that's on your shoulder telling you you need to do this, but then also telling you you have to, do the opposite. Those things right there, that is your mind telling you, and your intuition telling you you got to be able to make a decision about your life right here. You're stuck in the between stages because you don't know which way to go, and you don't want to make the wrong choice. And because you don't want to make that wrong choice, you just stay right in the middle, right? You play it safe. You want to be over here, but you got priorities over here. So you're trying to make them both work, but you can't because then you got too many seeds running around, right? You got too many seeds that you planted, okay? And anything you don't feed won't grow. If you spread your water too thin, you are not going to get the harvest that you're looking for, right? And I don't care what it is, relationship, parenting, anything, okay? This is the time where the rubber meets the road. In that in between place, you're sitting there because you're asking yourself, should I go right or should I go left? Should I make this thing work or should I just go back to what I know? And what most of us do is we deal with the devil that we know and we chill and we do nothing, right? Only because we feel like this is what I know and I know I can control this. I don't know what's over here and I don't know what's over here. And my decision making, I don't even trust myself. So I'm going to go ahead and just chill until I can figure it out, until you can figure it out. So you say, "Oh, I'm in this in between stages with my life and my business and I'm trying to get myself together and I'm just waiting on God to tell me what my next move is. I'm just waiting to see how I can go ahead and proceed. I'm waiting on the Lord to pour it down on me so I can make the move." I love God too, y'all. But at the end of the day, you know the decision that you have to make, but you are afraid to make that decision because you know why? You see the pain and the issues that are going to come with it, and you're not sure if you should go down this road. If you choose this way and sacrificing your family and you do all this stuff, you see the envy and the jealousy and the feeling that you will have over here because you will start to envy those people. You will start to feel angry with those people because you will believe that they're stopping you. And so you got a decision to make. And you sitting in the middle and you saying to yourself, like, I don't, I don't know what to do. I'm afraid to go over here because it's a lot of work, and I don't want to go over here because I'm gonna be envious and jealous and mad over here, right? So I'm gonna just chill here in the middle and hope for the best and see which way I should go. Where I gotta tell you, the way that things grow, the way that you grow, the way that you know that you are serious about your life is when you are in that crossroad and you have to make a decision of which way to go. Yes, you could use divine intervention. You could wait on the Lord all day long. But at the end of the day, you know you have everything in you already. You have the tools already. You have the passion. You have all of that. The issue that you're battling with and why you're stuck in this stage is because you don't want to feel the pain of both roads. You get what I'm trying to say? And you have to be able to decide what pain you are going to endure. And you have to decide and accept once you choose your path that that is the path that you've chosen. But here is what I want to tell you that a lot of people don't get. And that's the difference between people who are successful in their relationships in life and their job and people who are not successful. There's always, there's always a chance and a way from you to pivot because you choose a road and you start going down that road. That doesn't mean it's set in stone. You get what I'm saying? You could go down that road and see that it is not working for you and you can cross the street. You can go down this road and say, it's too painful for me. I need to do something else. And you can cross the street because that's the kind of power we have. The most powerful thing that your creator has given you is the power of choice. So while you sitting in the middle in that stage trying to figure out what road you should take, he steps out of that because you have the power of choice. You have the power to go ahead and choose whichever road you want to, but it's not set in stone. You could pivot anytime. You could stop anytime. You can start back anytime so that you don't have to stay stuck in between the stages. Does that make sense? I hope that this does because what I want you to see is we get so caught up in one thing, we don't see our possibilities, right? I have my friend yesterday when we was doing our vision boards and everything, and like I said, mine is over there. I should have showed you. But we were talking, and a friend of mine, she was just like, I really I know I want to be able to do good at my interview. Like she has this interview at Google, right? I want to be able to do great on my interview, but man, they gave me so much work to do. It makes me feel like I'm back in college, and I don't want to do that work, and I don't want to do this. And she just kept going on with, I don't want to, and I don't want to. And so I told her, I said, so you're choosing to stay where you are? She said, no, I'm not. She said, what frustrates me, Gloria, is I was talking to a friend on the phone that I haven't spoken to, that I grew up with, and she asked me how much I made, and I told her, and she said, oh, you make the same thing that I make. I would think that you would make more than me, considering that you got a college degree and you got a master's degree. Ha ha ha, that's so funny. And she said, Gloria, I felt kind of envious because I'm saying to myself, I put all this work and effort to get here, but I'm really not doing anything with my life. I feel like that I'm between this stage. I said, no. I said, no. You know what's happening? You don't want to choose. You in between this stage where you got to make a decision. Do I stay at my current job because I know what that's like, even though I don't like it? I need to be able to take care of my child. I have to be able to survive. The only reason why I do this is because of my kid. Or do I go ahead and put forth the effort and accept the temporary pain in order for me to elevate my life? I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. And so now I'm in this in between stage where I'm trying to make these decisions and I don't want to make any of them. You know why? Because to me, they both painful. But here's what I will do. I'll stick with the devil that I know. And even though I want to be over here, I'm over here. I don't like being over here. It's painful being over here. But I know this pain. And even though I want more money, and even though I want a better life, and even though I want more for my family, I don't want to do the work. I don't want to do the work. Not because I think I'm a fail. Yes, that's a factor in the fear. But at the same time, that seems like it's hard. That seems like it is late night. That seems like I got to go over and beyond myself. If I stay over here, I don't work myself up to where I can at least tolerate it. And I know I can cut corners and I know I can maneuver around. And so when we was talking about it yesterday, and she was doing her vision board, you know what was so interesting? She said, y'all, because this is the realization that she got. She said, y'all, I've been in the same position in my life for over 10 years. I have not done anything to improve my life or my well-being. Nothing. I mean, I got a raise at the job where now I'm managing people, but I haven't done anything. And I said to her, I said, that's another thing that we do. We compare ourselves to other people where you think that the little things that you do doesn't mean anything. And it does. See, we don't celebrate the small stuff that we do. We don't celebrate the fact that we got a promotion, even though it wasn't big. We don't celebrate that fact. We wallow in the fact that we not over here and we don't have the big job and the big money. So this little promotion ain't shit. I mean, it's just gas money to get me to where I need to be. Where that promotion was the seed that was dropped to say, you are better. Water that shit. Water that. Because if you water that, it will grow. If you concentrate on that, you'll be able to make a decision on where you want to go and not be stuck in between these stages and be happy with the decision that you make because you understood the value of where you are right now. Can you hear me? So when I put it to her like that, she was like, "Oh, I ain't even think about that." Another friend of mine recommended, if you have time at your job, like sick leave or something like that, uh, uh, what is it called? FMLA, something like that. Something she was mentioning, something like that, where you get to leave. She said you need to take it and go somewhere and really decide what it is that you want and come back and try that. And so she was like, "Well, I can't take that unless I need it, like if somebody passed or whatever." And my friend said, "You're dying. You're dying. You're the one who's sitting here not celebrating your small wins, not making decisions, being stuck in the same place for over 10 years, and you still looking outside of yourself to see what will work for you. We're all in here, ladies, and that does not change. It will never change. You have to accept and you have to know and you have to be comfortable with that you were born with everything that you need for you to live the life that you want, not what somebody else want, not what you see, not what you think is great, but what you want. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to run around somebody who you think can help you because you can't do it yourself. The only thing you have to do is make a decision, walk down that road, and if it ain't the right decision, change it, right? But y'all say, Gloria, you know what? All that shit sounds good, right? It sounds great. You don't know all of the stuff that I'm going through. You don't have the same life I have. You don't have the same responsibilities I have. And I would say to you, when you look at the things that you are doing every day, in these things that you are doing every day, does it have your priorities of where you're going? Or are you just going through the motion? The way that growth happens is by doing something every day, no matter how small it is, to move you closer to where you want to be. That's how it happens. It doesn't just come by luck, right? It doesn't come by luck because, oh my God, somebody came into my life and just blessed me. And I was like, I know this is God. No, you put it out there, you wanted it, it's in front of your face right now, you blessed it, and now you got to use what you have to go to the next level, right? Stop looking at those shiny objects. Stop looking at what Mary got, what James is doing, what your manager's doing, how the job you don't like it. That ain't got shit to do with you. Your priority is to take care of yourself so that you can give away your gifts and talents to your family, to your friends, and to the world. That's your responsibility. Well, Gloria, you know what? I, I believe you and I hear you and I'm right there. But I just don't know what's stopping me. I really don't. I look, I try for a couple of months, I fall off. I work on myself, I look and I'm thinking about what my friend said yesterday. She said I got a counselor and my counselor gives me homework. And every time that I find out something new about me, it's a little overwhelming at first, but it's showing me how much I need to love myself. And she gave it an example. She gave an example, and I hope she don't mind that I'm sharing because I thought it was so powerful. She said, "I was." She said, "I was talking to my counselor, and my daughter has a counselor, and um, she was telling me that I need to be able to allow my daughter to be herself, right? Because each and every time I tell my daughter, you know, you need to stop crying or else I give you something to cry for. You need to fix your face or I'll fix it for you. You need to do this or I'll do this. You know how hard I'm working to make sure you have this, all this stuff." And so she said her daughter went to counseling and came home. And, she was talking about her session. And she said, Mommy, I learned about, like having a mask and wearing a mask. And she was like, oh, well, that's good. She was like, and one of the things that I discovered is that I learned to have a mask because I learned that from you. Because you never let me express myself. You told me I always had to fix my face. You told me that I could not express myself, that I couldn't cry, that I couldn't do all this. And she said she stopped and was like, "Are you for real?" She said, "Yes. That's why I could not express myself and come to you, because if I did and I got emotional about it, you will brush me off. So I would wear a mask." And so my friend was like, "God damn it. That's what I was taught. That's what my family taught me, that I got to stay in a child's place, that I don't have no opinion, that everything that they doing for me, that I got to bow down and worship them and know that if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here." And they constantly remind me of how grateful I should be when I ain't even asked to be here. You get what I'm saying? So when we get stuck in between these stages, we take it out on people because we don't like us. We haven't healed us. And we tell ourselves we're going to break these generational curses, but we see them sprinkling throughout our kids, grandkids, cousins, everybody. And then you ask the whole team, "Hey, let's go ahead and get something to eat." Nobody got an opinion. Nobody don't want to go somewhere where mommy don't like, because she gonna have her face all turned up, or she ain't gonna go. You gotta walk on eggshells with Uncle Larry before he go off. So you sprinkle all of this around. Hey, when we go to Uncle Larry's house, make sure you don't do this, you don't do that, because he ain't gonna like this and he ain't gonna like that. Well, what the hell are you there for? Right? When are you gonna decide that your life matters? And you have little people, big people, grandkids who you are pouring into, whether you like it or not, y'all, because that is what being alive and being here is about, pouring into other people. And if you grew up toxic, don't get upset when your kids are doing the same thing. I didn't know any better, Gloria. I'm only doing what I knew. I'm only doing the best I can with what I have. That is true last year. That is true 2, 3 years ago. Now you do know better. I don't care how old you are. Now you do know what you're supposed to do. Now you know. You know, because you walking out every day. You getting on Zoom every day. You battling every day. You know. And you can't hide it anymore. But you believe that that is so painful. You don't want to walk around. You don't want to go down that road. But that's where the healing is, y'all. That's where your love is. That's where your dreams are. That's where your power is. On the other side of that pain. because you got to get through it in order to see what you can become. If you stuck in between the stages, you're not doing anything. You're not watering this seed, you're not watering this seed, you're just sitting there. And you like, oh well, I mean, it's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting for the kids to graduate school and then I go and work on myself. Well, honey, what are you pouring into them before they leave? Oh no, Gloria, I'm not that bad. I'm doing my work and I'm teaching them to not be like me. Saying it and the action behind it are two different things. Cuz what you saying and what you doing is not matching up. And your kids tell on you. The grandkids tell on you. And they say, what? Because I know I got slapped in the face a few times to say, well, you ain't doing the pow. Go stay in the child's place. Go sit your ass down. Right? Or I'm the adult. You're the kid. Stay out my business. Well, really, they calling you on your shit. Hey, how you gonna sit up here and tell me that you want me to be better and you not even better? You telling me I need to go to counseling and do all this stuff. Well, the reason why I'm going to counseling is because of the relationship between me and you. How am I supposed to heal and you stay the same? And then I come back to you to let you know what I learned and you discount that too. It don't work that way, right? I'm not going to hold y'all up, but I'll say this. Anything you don't feed won't grow. You know that. You know that. On a surface level, right? You know that. Anything. You got plenty of examples for that. That's not the objective of this inspiration in 30. What I'm what I want to get across to you is that this life that we have is about choices and making decisions. The beauty about being here and living life is the fact that you can make a decision and then you can change anytime you want to, good or bad, because it's your choice. You got to be able, and we're going to do a series about this. If you come to Atlanta and you come into the workshop, or you're here in Atlanta and you come into the workshop, we got 3 facilitators who's going to just immerse us and just get us ready for this new year. And I'm so excited about it because I need it like crazy. And I know if you need it, bring your ass here. Get in it. Because we can't do it alone. Because we didn't have it, y'all. We didn't have nobody that we can talk to. We didn't have nobody that we can sit up here and say we hurt. We don't know what we doing. We trying our best to do what we can, and we trying to figure this shit out. And I'm confused and I don't know what to do. I'm afraid. I don't want to fail. I don't want to spend a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money. I don't. You got to be able to have somebody to help you turn that around. And you can't do it by yourself because your way ain't working. It ain't. I was telling my friends yesterday, when my way don't work, I go reach out for help because I got to figure out, how am I going to get out of this rut? How am I going to go ahead and make a good decision about my life if I never done it before? I don't know if I have all of this pain, or something is holding me back. I know I got issues, but I really don't know how to put them into words so that I can start to get myself going. So I do nothing. I just stay right here and hope God will put something in here so I can make a move. Well, ladies, he keep giving you stuff, and you still letting the boat pass by because you making all of these kind of excuses as to why you don't want to, or why it's not a good time, or why you can't do it right now. Well, when is the time? After Christmas, Gloria. Once, because the kids are gonna need stuff, and they want all this stuff. You gotta go back to school. So I gotta do overtime. I'm thinking about picking up a part-time job, but I don't want to work, here with these people, and I don't want to do this. Come on, y'all. It starts right here, right? It starts right here. I want you to understand and know that on the other side of pain and decision making is your growth. Stop straddling the fence. Make a decision. See what it's like. And if it's not the right path, change it. Because that's how simple it is. And the more that you understand and accept that, the more you would see just how beautiful your life can be. Point blank and period. Okay? I love y'all. If you can come, come. If you can't, then make sure you get here next year. Right? Because it's important that you fully understand why you make the choices that you make. And you can't use your own brain to figure that out. You need help. You need tools. You need people to listen to you, to tell you what you can do, how you're thinking, to give you that aha, right? I'll holler at you ladies later. Um, if you need me, send me an email and I'll respond, okay? All right, bye.